Welcome back to the Movie Mavericks. Today I will show you an action, thriller TV drama show from 2023 titled The Last of Us. Spoilers ahead. Watch and enjoy. The Last of Us is an American post-apocalyptic drama television series created by Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann for HBO. There are 9 episodes in total, 6 of which have already aired. The 6th episode, named Kin, is the continuation of the 5th one. Joel, one of the leading characters, is on his way to find his brother, who has been missing since the outbreak of the pandemic. Joel is also carrying the other leading character, Ellie, whose parents have also been missing since the outbreak of the pandemic. After a long journey, Joel succeeds in finding his brother, who now lives in a community in a small town far from the busy cities. The episode begins with a short glimpse of Henry, who is carrying a gun in his hand. He shoots himself dead. The movie fast forwards to 3 months after the incident. The scene shifts to a snowy area where an old man named Pedro is walking towards his home with a dead buck in his hand. His home is located in the middle of the snow-covered hillsides, and he has been living there with his wife since the pandemic broke out. At home, he finds Joel standing with a gun in his hand. Pedro asks his wife who he is, and she says he needs assistance, which is why she let him into the house. Joel tells Pedro that he has been finding his brother, Tommy. Joel asks Pedro if he knows anything about Tommy, but Pedro has seen no man around his house for a long time, let alone Tommy. Joel has a map, which he places on the table. He asks Pedro about the best route to the west. Joel is forbidden by the couple from going west because there is a Death River to cross. The wife of Pedro says those who went towards the Death River never came back. Joel then notices that he is wasting his time in the house of the old couple. He and Ellie walk out of the house angrily. Joel feels a blockage in his throat while breathing because the cold weather has made his life difficult. They continue the walk towards the River of Death. After walking for the whole day, they reach the River of Death. They pause for a little while and then go away as darkness is approaching. At night, they stay in a cave, where Joel lights a fire with dry wood. Ellie asks for a sip of drink, and Joel hands her the bottle. Ellie asks Joel what he plans to do after turning her over to the fireflies. He says he will open a farm and keep some domestic sheep because they will at least listen to him without any objection. Ellie tells Joel that she wants to become an astronaut because she has read about them throughout school. After that, they go to sleep. In the morning, Joel wakes up and finds Ellie guarding him with his gun in her hands. But Joel seems unhappy with her, saying she should have woken him up rather than taking his gun. Ellie looks like an extraordinary girl with the qualities of a man. Later that day, Joel and she go hunting in the snow. They cross the River of Death on a snow-covered bridge. On the way, Ellie asks him to teach him how to hunt, but he is hesitant at the moment to teach her hunting. Shortly after, they reach a dam. But they carry on their walk, and Joel takes out the map to see where they are. Suddenly, they see several people with their faces covered riding on the back of the horses coming towards them. One of the horsemen pointing his gun at Joel tells him to lay down his gun. They ask Joel and Ellie if they are infected and leave a dog in their path. The dog will rip them off if they are infected. After scrutinizing Joel, the dog moves to Ellie. Surprisingly, the dog starts to play in Ellie's hands. Joel tells them he is looking for his brother. After that, the horsemen take Joel and Ellie with them to a castle-like place. Within the structure is a mini town with a sizable population. Joel notices that the people are living their lives as though the pandemic had not taken place in the world. Suddenly, Joel catches a glimpse of Tommy, and he yells at him. Tommy sees him and walks downstairs. Joel hugs him and breaks into tears. The scene now changes to a cafeteria, where Joel and Ellie have their meal, as they have been hungry for days. Tommy and a black lady named Maria are sitting next to them. Ellie shows her rude behavior before Tommy and Maria. To Joel's surprise, Tommy announces that Maria is his wife. Joel reluctantly congratulates him. After that, the couple takes Joel and Ellie on a tour of the mini town. Maria explains to them that they run everything on electricity. Maria introduces herself to Joel and Ellie and says that she is a democratically elected counselor whose duty it is to serve as many as 300 people. She further tells them they are communists because they are serving all people equally, irrespective of their backgrounds. She tells Joel that they keep themselves away from infected people and that they keep the radio off lest people know about their safe place. Ellie then walks up to a stable, where she sees horses. Joel and Tommy separate to discuss something private. Tommy brings Joel to the bar and pours him a glass of cold whiskey. They share their old memories, and Tommy asks about Tess, Joel's smuggling partner. Joel informs him about Ellie, the daughter of Firefly parents, and that he is taking her to meet her parents. Tommy informs Joel that the Fireflies have a base camp at Eastern Colorado University. Joel asks Tommy to take them to the University of Eastern Colorado, but he refuses. It is revealed at this point that Tommy and Joel used to murder people. Tommy tells Joel that the reason he cannot go is that his wife is expecting a baby in a few months. Tommy explains to him that he has his own life to enjoy. Jill gets hot-tempered and leaves the bar angrily. Outside, he sees some people, and among them is a girl who resembles Joel's own daughter. Suddenly, Joel feels some pain in his heart and holds on to an electric pole. On the other side, Ellie comes out of the bathroom after taking a shower. She finds a piece of paper and a dress placed on the bed for her. Along with them are a card and a toy. She puts on the clothes and walks up to Maria's apartment. Inside the apartment, she sees the names Kelvin and Sarah written on a board. Meanwhile, Maria enters the apartment, bringing a winter coat for Ellie. She trims the ends of Ellie's hair. Ellie learns that Sarah was Joel's daughter who passed away recently, and Kevin was Maria's son who also passed away. Maria tells Ellie to try on her new coat and that they will go watch a movie outside. Ellie sits in the second row among several children who are watching the movie on a big screen. On the other hand, Tommy brings a pair of snowshoes for Joel. Tommy apologizes to Joel for being rude to him at the bar. Jill tells Tommy that Ellie is immune because she did not get sick even after getting infected by the virus. Joel tells Tommy that Tess got killed on the way. While telling him the ordeal of his journey, Joel breaks into tears. Joel has become too sick to take care of a child. Joel tells Tommy to take Ellie to the Fireflies and then return to his wife. After that, Joel goes to Ellie's room, where he finds her reading a diary. She was angry with him because she had overheard the talk between Joel and Tommy. Joel tries to calm her down by saying that Tommy is better equipped than him to take her to her family because Tommy knows the ways better than him. Ellie suddenly changes her attitude and feels sorry for Joel's late daughter, Sarah. Ellie has also lost people in her life. Angrily, Joel leaves the room. The next day, Tommy takes Ellie to the stable, where Joel has readied a horse for their remaining journey. Joel asks Ellie if she wants to go with Tommy, but she is reluctant. Later, Tommy shows Joel the way to Eastern Colorado and hugs him. Joel takes the gun from Tommy and leaves the mini town. They travel a long way to their destination. On the way, Joel teaches Ellie shooting. He teaches her how she will handle the gun while she is aiming at an object. After that, they continue their journey. They cross the forest while conversing with each other. Finally, they make it to the Colorado town, where they see a malfunctioning car outside the premises. On the main passage is written the sentence, "Home of the Big Horse." They walk the horse towards the big building. They see several monkeys there that run away upon seeing them. They direct the horse to a building in which they assume the Firefly people are living. Joel ties the horse to a tree and takes out his gun. He also warns Ellie to take out her gun. They then enter the building's main hall, where they see everything scattered on the ground. Ellie notices some medications over there and assumes that there were previously some doctors. Joel sees a list of things that are needed while traveling. Meanwhile, they hear the sound of some sort of utensil upstairs, which shocks them. They walk upstairs cautiously and thread through the hospital things lying on the ground. They enter the room where they are hearing the noise. Joel points to Ellie and tells her to stay outside while he goes to check in. He opens the door, and to his surprise, he finds monkeys tearing something off the chair. The monkeys run away through the windows upon seeing Joel and Ellie's. Joel sees a map put up on a board. Through the map, Joel discovers the location of the Fireflies. Meanwhile, they can hear voices coming from the other end of the building. Joel peers through the window. Some people are wandering down below. Joel and Ellie escape from the building through the back door. They run towards their horse. And while Joel is tucking his gun on the horse, a man attacks Joel from behind. Luckily, he escapes the attacks and kills the man instead. Sadly, the man has successfully stabbed Joel in the stomach, but Joel stands strong and takes out the knife. The other men see Joel and Ellie, and they run towards them. Ellie shoots the men while the horse is running towards the main gate. Joel and Ellie are now out of reach of the men. As the horse stops, Joel suddenly falls off without uttering a word. Ellie tries to speak to him but receives no response. Vehemently, she says where she will go without him. She tries to wake him up, but Joel seems to have passed away. The episode ends there. If you like our video, kindly subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss our new video. Thanks.